everybody, I'm Yendi and this is Odyssey with Yendi, Untold Journeys, where I speak with some of my favorite people and have some shape-shifting conversations. Here, they share their stories, leaving nuggets of goodness and life lessons to motivate and inspire our own life's journeys. So this guy was my partner in crime for years. Well, hopefully not too much crime, but you know what I mean. We had a great time bringing entertainment to homes and households across the island and the region and beyond. And it's safe to say, although we would say things in jest, he is one of my absolute favorite human beings and one of the most sincere souls I know. Neville Bell. A TV husband. Do I still have that? I can still use it?
Wow. Long time, you know.
But I hope you're still loyal to me.
No, I lie.
Yeah, but not a TV wife. Neville, I know that you never sit on the other side of this thing. You are always the one that's in my seat asking the questions. How uncomfortable are you right now?
I'm not.
Not?
We're friends. We are friends. I don't like being in front of the camera, period.
Yeah.
I think everyone who knows me very well was very, very surprised to see me in the media and certainly to see me on television. But I'm good. I'm here because I love you.
But let's start there. But I love you too. But I want to start there. What were you like as a child? Because obviously it sounds like you never had a clue that this is where you would end up. You would not be in front of cameras, working in front of cameras, doing what you'd think would be getting all this attention, because that's not what I know, that's not what you're here for. How did you venture from what you were like as a child to where you got to?
It might surprise you, and this might sound like I'm being funny, but I'm serious. I still have never thought about what I wanted to do.
Really?
I've never sat down seriously and said, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a footballer. I've never done that. I remember as a young man, everyone in my family collects music from my father. I can remember my father playing some Louis Prima songs that I could still sing and whistle to this day. My big brother. And I can remember every Saturday morning, I used to have a radio show.
Yeah.
Literally have a radio show, so I'd play the songs and I'd go on like I'm an idiot and say, well, it's 9 o'clock in Vineyard Town and it's very hot and my mother and my father just quarreled a while ago. And I'm serious. And everybody would just be laughing. And I'd be literally playing songs and just going on like they did on radio. So the surprise for everyone is not that I'm in the media. The surprise is that I'm not on radio playing music.
Right.
And to this day, it is something I still think I want to do. But before I finish this answer, I can't remember when the songs are played. So when the DJ then plays songs in the 90s and 4 songs in the 91, I would end up playing one where I make 1965 and the next one I make 2014 and the next
because
one.
You can't remember what
I cannot
when.
remember. Yeah, and everybody tell me say no go so. But I think something good I go so. So if I ever get the opportunity, that's what I would do. So that's the only part of media or radio I thought I would have ended up in.
But you know what I love about that? I love that here you are, where you are. Everyone in the Jamaica space, the diaspora, I mean, I feel like we all feel like we know you. Even those of us before we knew you felt like we know you because you come in our bedrooms or living rooms. You are a part of us growing up, right? And you would think that you have accomplished it all as a media personality and as a presenter, yet you still have something that you would still like to accomplish at this stage in your life. Isn't it exciting that you feel like there's still something you could work towards?
Yeah, man. Success is a journey, you know. I heard that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Success drives me.
Yeah.
I am the last of 6 boys, and it is not something that I enjoyed. I can't sit here now and say I remember doing this with my big brothers, and it was so much fun. I'm serious about that.
Was it hard being the last born?
I just know I never enjoyed it. I mean, I couldn't do the things that I wanted to do. To the point that earlier you asked me what I was like as a little boy. I think if I really sit and tell you what I was like, I didn't like my brothers, I didn't like my family. My mother was an educator, and my mother felt strongly and only in education, in the conventional way.
That's
you
right.
must go
Traditional.
school. Yeah, the traditional way. So my brother went to Harvard. My brother went to Oxford. My brother went to New York University. I didn't go to university. And I didn't like school. So when I went to St. George's College, only taught by Jesuits, older Jesuits. They were amazing teachers, but I just never liked school. And I think, I didn't know then, but every time I think about it, I think I didn't like school because I actually didn't want to be as bright as my brothers. I just didn't want to do what they did.
Right.
So I didn't want to play football.
You think it was the pressure of it all to live up to that expectation and standard?
I think I just wanted attention. I just wanted to be Neville Bell.
Yeah.
I remember my brother died and I came home. And I need to correct something about when I say that. But every time someone would introduce me and they would say, that's Jackie's brother, it would annoy me.
Right.
So after
That's
a
why
while,
you just want to be Neville.
Yeah, even though, you might not remember, but even when we did Sportsman and Sportswoman,
Yes.
when I introduce myself, I only say Neville. I
Right.
don't say Neville Bell. If I order something on the phone and they say, what's your name? I said Neville. So I laugh sometimes because they say, okay, Mr. Neville. But I don't, and that was from a little boy. It's almost like I didn't want to be one of the Bells. I just
Right.
wanted to be
You.
Neville, right?
Right.
And what turned me on is when I wore glasses.
Because none of them wore glasses.
None of them never wear glasses. So we just say, yeah, man, me a big thing.
You
And
sure?
me one wear glasses.
So
you know?
you have the same mother and father?
Same mother and father. But mama wasn't. And I now know, and I've known this a long time because I'm an older person, that mama was madly protective of us.
Yeah.
Mama wanted the best for us, but in her way. Mama
Right.
just wanted more work and schoolwork and
Yeah.
degree and university.
Because
Mama
in
wasn't-
her mind, that would make you the best version
right.
of you.
So mama
Right.
wasn't that kind of loving mother too. I don't remember putting my shoulder in her lap and all kind of thing.
Right.
She was like that. Mama was very practical. The only way you're going to get this is if you do this and if you do it 90,000 million times. And she never eased off of that. So no matter where you got to in life, if she never thought you were where you should have been, she was going
There's
to
work
jam
to be
you.
done.
Right, there's work to be done. And I found out later on that she was just a very aggressive kind of
In
love
nature.
for us. Yeah, it was that she didn't necessarily love us. And I know that she loved us.
Well, that sent me somewhere sooner than I thought I was going to get there. But what that makes me wonder is then, because as you roll as a coach, you're not just coaching the game of football. I know the integral role you play as a coach, where you father those young men. How do you think the parenting style that you had growing up has impacted the way you parent not only your biological children, but let's for one second put your biological children one side, but as a coach, do you think you take the same approach as mama, where you're just like, you have to keep working, there's still room for that, you have to keep going at it because there's room to grow and improve, it's not the best that you can do. Are you like that at all?
But yes, I'm the luckiest man in the entire world. I don't know if everybody going to say no, but God love me more than everybody else. We just feel so.
I feel so too.
You know? The greatest thing ever happened to me was when I left Jamaica. The second greatest thing ever happened to me is when I came back. So I left here as a big boy. I mean, I was in my teens,
Yeah.
but I keep telling people that I grew up in Toronto. Because again, mama never allowed you to do anything.
Right.
If I went down to my mother at 40 and I get up and I say, going in the kitchen, she say, where you going? I'm saying, kitchen. And she said, why? I say, I want a sandwich. She said, I'll do it.
She'll make it.
Yeah.
So you were served.
Yeah, so I still don't cook, but I never had to cook. I never had to go shopping. I never had to go in a bank. I never did any of that
Never had to be an adult.
right, until I went to Toronto. So I grew up there, and then I realized that Jamaica is here and Toronto is here because Toronto is a family-oriented society. We are not necessarily like that in Jamaica. Yeah, we love each other, and every now and again we come over the house. And in Toronto, you look reason to come together.
Right.
So the first communion, family come together.
Yeah.
First time you're going to basic school, family come together.
Yeah.
You graduate, family, they look a reason. So I kind of found it strange that one time I was up there, I say, so how come we never have no anniversary yet and all them things in our family, you know? But we in Jamaica just don't necessarily, some of us don't necessarily
Right.
at that time found those things that important. And again, Mama was a wonderful woman, very strong woman, but that wasn't important to her either. She was just go school.
Right.
Be smart. I mean, I came third in first round, and The amount of lick me get, you
No,
like
man,
it.
you're too
You
untrue.
like, yeah, man.
You're a wicked man.
No, man, because mama just tell me, say, well, if you did work with Claudia, you'd come first. Next term, I'll come first.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Hada.
Serious. And then my first term in third form, I come 27 out of 32. Well, about 3 weeks before I go home. But I had a 71 average because the quality at the school at the time was absolutely amazing.
Right,
You know?
21 out of how many?
27 out of 32. But I had a 71 average.
Well, you were fifth from the back. So I mean, if you look at it relatively speaking, you could have,
Yeah,
you know.
but she did that for us. And as I said, my brothers went on. I mean, Russell got an academic scholarship to Harvard University. Right. In my opinion, my hero now, one of the greatest math teachers in the world. Just one of the greatest persons I've ever met, you know. And I think my parents. But to answer your question, I am very strict with certain things.
Right.
I'm incredibly loving with others. So I hug up plenty. I hug up the youth them and I'm as straight as an arrow.
But it's okay to be affectionate as men.
No,
I like that you said that because in our society, we have a very hyper-masculine society in Jamaica where man no hug man no say, rrr.
Yeah.
No, what is rrr? How you feel?
I'm at training and one of the ball of them, big, strong boy, walk past me going home. And just like how you was looking at me, or you are looking at me, I saw him look at me. And I followed him right to the gate and I just went like that with him. And when he got to the gate, he stopped and I followed him come straight back to me. And he just walk up to me, 18 years old. And I said, what happened? And he said, coach, I can get a hug. And I said, yeah, man. And I hug him up tight and he walk away.
And you know that's probably the only hug he got that week or that month or that year.
Them score a goal and I keep telling people, every year I tell them, it is not a requirement to come and hug up the coach. You know?
But them just love you.
Yeah, well, I love it too. I mean, it feels good, you know? I used it as a motivation one time. I remember young Gregory Messam, and he's like my nephew.
Yeah.
And every time I see him, literally every time I see each other, we hug up, you know? And I kiss him on him forehead and thing. And he just wasn't scoring. So one match I called him and I said, Bridget, a long time you hug me up still, you know? And he just said, Uncle Neville, me hug you up 2 times today. And he scored 2 goals.
Well, we want to hug before we leave here today.
You know, but having said that, and I went get a long story, you know.
But I love them.
I was called to the school once. Well, let me start by saying, if you are 1 second late to training, you either don't train or you run till I tell you to run. Stop.
But also, can I just add there, remember exactly where you were.
Yeah.
Neville is the man who, my entire TV career in Jamaica working with Neville, if our call time is 5 o'clock, Neville is there at 4:30. I'm just saying.
4 o'clock. I actually get to work 4 o'clock every morning and the show starts at 6. But anyway, if you are even a second late,
it's a problem.
It's a problem.
Because of the discipline.
Every now and again, a man get kicked and he use a little word that he's not supposed to use. And I don't freak out. And people might say, wait. So I call him one side and say, you have to control yourself, you know, because you'll get a card for that. Why don't freak out? Because I think that's emotion. That's not indiscipline. Yeah. But if you come a second late, I stop training, I'm going to call a meeting. And it depends. I'm not stupid. So if you come late, early every single day and you are late one time, zoos will stop you.
Circumstantial.
Then you say, boy, coach, sorry, or you sent a message, fine. But if you just turn up late, we will have an issue. But I keep saying that has nothing to do with me. My ego not that big. Anyway, one of the young men almost got himself in huge problems because he ended up late at an exam. And there was an issue in the exam because he was late.
Of course.
And they sent for me. So when I went down and I said, why? And he said, boy, Coach John, you know, coach, I just late in the coach and just run going. And everybody knew it was a genuine error. Right. But when he said it, I just went like that in my hand. Now there's a reason I reached 2 hours before, you know, because I said to myself, when I leave home for work, if I have a flat tire, if police stop me, if I have to turn back, I still won't get there on time. So that's why I do it. It's not because I just want to be the first person in life to be there, you know. But
your bed cool?
I learned this from a long time ago in my life. The greatest gift you can give to yourself is discipline. And
a word.
And a lot of people probably don't even understand what I mean by that. But the first thing I think you must do in life is find out what you want to do.
Yeah.
The second thing is find out what it takes.
To do it.
To do it. The third thing is do it till you get it.
Right.
But here what we do now, which is where the discipline thing comes in. So I'm a coach and I have to go 10 coaching sessions to be a master coach. And when I reach 5, I just say, say, I have this thing under control.
We do a follow through.
Thank you. I'm not bother with the other 5.
We don't
and I'm
follow
just
through.
not where I'm supposed to
And
be.
then by extension, then you're just mediocre.
Yeah, man.
Because you never complete
I was just
something.
going to use that word, and everything I do in my life, unfortunately, and I say unfortunately deliberately, unfortunately, it has everything to do with team.
Right.
Sometimes I think should have been an athlete, so I don't have to worry about a man for score a goal. If the team don't play well, I'm an idiot coach. If I do have a good director, producer, cameraman, and that's a good presenter.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But I found out a long time ago that anything you do in life, you just have to put in every single thing. The heights of great men reached and kept, in my opinion, is literal.
Right. Absolutely.
While you are asleep, me I work.
Yeah.
It is literal.
Yeah.
That is literal. While you're sleeping, while you go and party,
Right.
I am working.
Right.
You know, so when you party and you reach, I have a responsibility, which is why I get to work. I love party like everybody else. I love going out like everybody else. I don't, because I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
But then here's my question. I agree with you 100%. If I don't want to go to the gym and train, I'm going to go, because I believe that my mind governs my body. And if I can condition my mind in a certain way, I can accomplish anything and overcome the limitations of my human self, right? But here is my question. Where is the balance in that? Meaning, where do we do that to a point, though, of not detriment or disservice? Because what if my body is not okay, and I am like, no, I'm going to push through this because mind governs the body, and then I really hurt myself. So where's the balance of there's discipline, and then there is it's okay not to be 100% all the time. It's okay not to try to achieve perfection, because perfection is a fallacy. It doesn't really exist. How is that balance for you as a coach, as a person, and implementing in the youngsters?
Well, I disagree with something you said. I don't think it's okay to accept that you're not going to be perfect, or not try to be perfect. I think it's okay that you're not going perfect. I think you must know you're not perfect.
But you try.
But you must try. And I'm not going to stop that. And to answer your question, no, there are some things that you just can't physically do.
Right.
And you know me, thank God, I really don't get sick.
Right.
But if I feel like I getting sick, I went back off. You know? But I just think that we have so much in us. Listen, I want to be the greatest person in the world at what I do.
Right.
And I do every single thing possible to do that without obviously hurting myself physically, hurting the people around me. So every now and again somebody might say, well, you know that you are the best football commentator in the country. And that makes me feel good. But truth be told, it's just about 4 or 5 we do television commentary.
So you're the best out of 4 or 5?
But you understand my
But
point?
it's still the best.
And I'm not
matter.
suggesting that I'm the best, but I want to be the best. I want to pass ESPN. And, well, I don't want to say, but I want something happen and I take up the mic. Yeah. When I was a little boy, my father would make me drive. And I used to sit down at the back and I talk about 9 and 10. And I just had pray. And I literally was praying. And I said, then God, make all him hand just broke, no, so I can go drive the car or something. So, you know, I mean, I was like 9 and 10, you know, because I just want to drive. So I would like, one dream I will never give up, and I know that I'm past it. I want to do commentary in a World Cup senior match where the whole world hear me. After that, I go in my yard, sit down and cut my tongue and don't come out again.
Well, are you going to order in? Because we know you don't play with your
No, but you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I want to be the greatest coach.
When is the next World Cup?
Huh?
When is the next World Cup?
2022.
So we have 2 years to work on that?
Years. But
all
I
right,
mean,
no problem.
I read Guardiola. It's the same thing with this big coach thing. I'm fairly successful at the youth level because I have some wonderful youngsters who I coach. Right. Guardiola, Manchester City couldn't play so unless he have them ball. I'm not busy going can coach, even though I think he
couldn't do the same thing with a box of crayons.
No,
right.
That's my point, you know. And it's the same thing with St. George's. I told them that the other day, you know. So some people rate me as a coach. I said, why them rate me? Because of how George's play. But it's not me I play, it's them playing. So yes, we have, I am part of it.
But also, let us look at it from this sense, because you have players, but you as a coach determine whose skill set is best suited where on the pitch, and you position them in a way, and you do your 4-3-3, 4-2, whatever, 5-3-2, you position them in a way that it works. So there's method in your madness, and they are raw talent, but you place them to be at their optimal level.
2011, St. George's played 19 games. We won 18 and tied 1.
Yeah.
We were unbeaten. We won the triple. We win everything.
Yes.
We were playing the Europa Cup pre-season before against Kingston College, which we do every year. we're on camp. I come down on Saturday morning and I say, you start centre half. And the ball, I said, coach, we can't play now. I grind. So I said, I want to grind. He said, coach, I don't know. I just get up this morning and I grind, just feel away. So I said, all right. So I said, all right, you're the other centre half. And he said, coach, same thing with me. I don't know what I'm to me. So I called about 4 of the senior players and I said, who we going to play? Andre Lewis, who they call LA, who is now part of the national senior squad. We had a player who was training with me for about 3 seasons, and them call him Crusher. And Andre just quietly look at me and say, coach, play Crusher. So when them said it, I was going to knock him up. I said, Crusher? I said, you hear him name? I said, every time Crusher tackles, somebody go to hospital. So I said, Crusher? I said, yeah, man. I said, no, man. I said, before that, you play centre half. And him just look at me quietly and he just said, coach, play Crusher. And I said, Andre, make we talk about something else, because I'm not playing Crusher. I said, Crusher not even in this squad because I'm going to kill the people and pick them and them all kind of thing we have. The man name, which defender in life you know named Crusher? You understand? So I said, no. And every time I say it, him just say, coach, just trust me, no? Him say, play Crusher. Crusher, Adrian Graham, was the only player at St. George's College that season that did not come off the field, not even one single time. He got 1 single yellow card. He was named the MVP for Manning Cup. He got the Principal's Award. He got a full scholarship and now just done a master's.
I hear what you're saying. I take that lesson.
It's the ball of them.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, you know, I'm not saying because maybe I would have just said no because it happened before, you know. Right. Even my assistant, sometimes my assistant will come up beside me and say, I take off Yendi, you know. I just go so I don't say nothing. And Yendi not coming off. Another time him come and say, take off Yendi. And I say, why? And him say, boy, I look tired still, you know. He say, all right. You know? So it's really my gut feeling.
Right.
But him just insists, play Crusher. And I'm telling you, to this day, I would not have played Crusher then, now, tomorrow. I would never play Crusher. And Crusher was easily the most consistent and wonderful young man for the whole season. So it works both ways.
You mentioned your gut feeling a while ago. I know you don't play when it comes to your beliefs. I know that you're a praying man. I know that you're a believing man. How much of who you are is grounded in the fact that you trust that gut and you know that gut is a connection to something bigger than you?
Every single thing.
Yeah.
Every single thing. Every single thing that I do. That man upstairs, they must be so annoyed with me because I pressure him so much.
Remember, I love you more than everybody else.
Every day I talk to him. I tell Jolly's team, if it was prayer, them give me that trophy there from before the season starts. We pray before training, we pray half time, we pray if somebody is sick, we just pray. I mean, I say the same prayer that I've been saying ever since I started coaching. Every single session, I have this way I call everybody and I say, oi. So training starts 3 o'clock, I look at my watch, and 3 o'clock I say, oi, and everybody just come in, we link arms, and I say, Father, we invite your presence at our training session, and we ask for your protection and your guidance. And I say that every single training session, every single one. But you still have people like, I remember one of the ballers them used to wear a wristband. Neymar does it, just a piece of tape, like a medical tape, them just tape it. In football, you cannot play without your boots, your socks, your shoes, your boots, your socks, your shorts, your jersey, and your shin pad.
Right.
The referee can take off anything else. So if you have an elastic band, he can take it off.
Yeah.
Anything him feel like. And then you have some referee who just come one day and just decide, so them know why I see nothing else, and the tape not hurting nobody. If it slap you,
it have to come off.
It have to come off.
Yeah.
So they took it off, and my man make up him face. And so I said, what happened? And him said, coach, well, just make me feel like me go play better with me a better. So I said, then we pray for. Make the whole of me just tape up all we nose and all kind of stuff. Everybody run out there and tape. You know? So why are we praying if you feel that's the reason?
Yeah.
And I'm not a superstitious person.
Right.
So I don't put on my left socks first, even though every single time is my left socks go on first. Even now, to the point that the other man I put on the right one, I take it back off, I put on the left one. But I don't know why, but I'm not superstitious. So I kind of coach them in that way. Right. I'm a father. George is a Catholic school. Right. I grew up like that. But you do have to make the sign of the cross.
Right.
I make the sign of the cross probably 50 times a day.
Right.
I have this thing that every single time I pass one of the homeless people, I go like that. And it is my way to say, God, look after him, protect him. You know? So people see me do it before I start the show. You know, before they start the show, I do a sign of the cross. And in my mind, I will say things. Other times, I just don't say anything because God knows why I do it. Now some people, every time we score, I go like that, I say, you're the greatest man in the whole world. So everything that I do, I am just an incredibly selfish youth. And it's like I don't want, you know, just a similar guy, just, all right, you know. I don't give in because I'm so selfish and there are still things in my physical life that I feel in the back of my mind that if I give in, I won't do it. And it's like I still want to do it like an idiot, you know. But I don't fight myself.
Right.
I don't fight myself. When I pray every night, first thing I say when I open my eyes, I say, thank you, God. Next thing I do is I read the daily word. Yeah. But I don't fight myself and sit down and say, boy, I know God vexed me, all right. Me will baptize tomorrow and, you know, and then tomorrow I get up and I feel bad about it. I don't fight myself. I just pray that at the end of the day, God will say, well, yeah, him is a idiot, him never live how him supposed to live, but he's a clean heart, you would have to look after him, you know? And that's what I pray for that and my family.
Yeah. The most memorable experience as a TV presenter? The thing that, I mean, other than the fact that you, every single time we talk, you have to remind me of how we nearly push off somebody off of the couch one day, but we're not going to talk about that.
Memorable?
Yes.
But when you see the things that I do, I've never been trained in this.
Right.
I was lucky to get into radio. I'm at the National Stadium one night and Ed Barnes said, you have a jacket and a tie down at your mother's house? And I said, yes. I said, why? And him say, you're reading sports tonight. So I said, all right. And I said, why I need a jacket and a tie? Because I thought it was radio. And him said, TV. So I said, what? But at the time, we never had a prompter, and I used to read radio. So him said, do the same thing you do on radio. Just look on the seat and I read it. Didn't know what Q meant.
Right.
So I see myself on the monitor. I'm at stadium, and I fix up my tie, and I think I'm at where I say so. And Burrow say, Q, Mr. Bell. I'm not my head because I hear him. So I think that him I want to me hear him or not. I look on the monitor. All this time I'm live and I don't know. You know? So I still I fix my tie and him say, Q, Mr. Bell. And I think he was trying to tell me quietly so I'm not frightened. I mean, just not me again. I mean, I said to myself, well, my tie, wind still in and so I look for my tie. And then he finally said, Mr. Bell, you're live. And I just went, oh. And I said, all right. And I look up and I start and I never forgot when I did that, him say, Easy Bello Pro. And when him said that, I just said, I can't feel.
That's easy.
I just said, I cannot feel this. And it's like I took hold of myself and I said, no, man, you're going to do this right. It's a longer story that I couldn't tell you, but this hearing did cause a little problem because apparently I was the first male presenter.
I actually remember that
Jamaica.
being an issue.
And the amount of call them call the station and I get memos and I can't wear it again and I am this and I am that. But we're a 9-day wonder.
That's
so after
right.
about
9
5
days
days, it worked out and everybody. I think actually maybe I'm still the only male presenter that
I can't think of another male who wears an airy. Yeah.
Presenting that.
Yeah.
You know? But that's how it started.
Yeah.
So when I realized that, Bridget, you're going to be on television, you cannot do this unless you know what you do. And I just started to work hard. I remember Don Tapping told me that I didn't pronounce my G's. So like we don't say good morning, you should actually hear the G, we say good morning. And we say it all
I
the
live
while.
in Jamaica.
Well, I go home and I start to read the newspaper out loud so I could hear myself. Well, when I don't, I put G all the way wide there. I let her have some G when no G not supposed to there. You know? But I wanted it so badly afterwards. Not that I wanted to be in the limelight because I'm still probably the most shy person in life.
But you want to be the
but
best
I wanted
at
to
what you're
the
doing
best.
if you're doing it.
That's all I said.
Yeah.
So I study and I turn on ESPN and I watch the sports people them, and I turn on the news people them, and I see how them read. And I say, all right. And I listen to the Englishman and I say, all right. I say, I have a feeling of Bridget. And that's everything I do. I tell the boys that every single year. I say, if anybody here who don't want to be the greatest baller in the world, I say, I'm going to turn my back, you get up, you come out, and don't come back. I don't want nobody who just want to play because you know you're going to get a shirt, or you know you're going to play Manning Cup, or you go up on TV. No. And that has nothing to do with winning or losing.
No.
But
it's a mentality.
It's a desire. I mean, desire moves mountain.
Yeah.
Desire moves mountains.
Word.
No, I mean,
yeah.
South Korea knock out Germany out of the World Cup. It's desire that.
Yeah.
That is not quality. Them doing good like Germany, no matter where you put them.
Yeah.
You know, that is not quality. But when you want something and you want it so badly, no, man.
There's a fire that burns
I've
in
always said in Jens, desire, preparation and performance. And I always say to the kids, which one is the most important? Desire, preparation and performance. It's tough to argue with performance.
Right.
Because no matter how hard you prepare, if you go up and you freeze up on the day, you're in trouble. But
Right.
you say desire
Yeah.
moves mountains.
Desire,
How,
preparation, and
how
performance.
badly you want it will determine how much you prepare for it, and will ensure that you don't fail when the day comes.
And you'll perform when
Of
it's
course, when the
time.
day comes, because you want it so bad, you just know to yourself, boy, you know. And if it's one thing I want anybody to get out of anything I say, is good is not good enough anymore.
Right.
You must have a desire to be great, and you will make it, in my opinion.
When this is all said and done, what is Neville Bell's legacy? What do you want people to stop and say, Neville made me feel this, experience this, know this, this is the impression Neville left on me?
That you must be honest. That you must be honest. I'm not perfect, and when I say honest, honest in what you do in your life and stuff. I'm not perfect, and I suspect if you ask any one of my good lady friends, they probably will tell you that I give more trouble that I'm supposed to give. So I'm not perfect, but I made a bet that if Brazil lost the World Cup, I will cut off my ear,
And you did it.
and I did it.
Yeah.
When I went to training the day that I did it, or the Monday I went to training, the Saturday morning I went to training, and the guy said, Coach, you know the minimum I think you was going to do it? And I just laughed. And I said, Coach, me a better man say nah with you. Ball-head coach, why you did it? And I said, you guys. And everybody said, what? I said, I'm a man of my word. I said, if I never do it, there's nothing I could have tell you that you must stand up to. I said, Coach, you just attack, you know. And they were the reason I did it. I mean, Jamaica, yes, I made a bet on television, but the real reason I did it, because I think if I never do it, it's not like anybody that see me a road and start cuss me and say, hey, you know.
But you believe in being accountable to yourself.
Thank you very much. So I think, and it's the same thing I tell the youngsters, you're not coming to training, just say, Coach, and I'll make it. Don't lie and say, boy, one man a coach in the 90s, his grandmother did about 4 times. the man will come and train.
Don't need to.
Yeah, boy, coach, my grandmother. So I say, all right, I'm sorry, I'm giving money and things. 2 weeks later, next grandmother. I say, but the third one did. I say, how much grandmother you have, so? and to be fair, none of them never did, you know. So I don't want that, you know. I rather say to my coach, you can't give me money because I want to go to a party.
Right.
Coach, you can't give me money, I want to buy a shirt. Instead I say, boy, coach, I'm hungry, you know, coach, and I'm on a bus fare, you know, coach. And then you take it and you do full shit. So that's what I try to inculcate in everyone who comes around me. Just be upfront. Just be upfront.
There's an authenticity in being honest.
I think so.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong. I mean, you know, every now and again.
Well, you know what I was going to ask you.
Ask me, man.
So if your lady friend,
Yeah.
one of the one them that you say, if you ask them anything and them say him, if your lady friend say, then Neville, where were you Friday night? What is your answer?
I'll be honest.
You will.
If I am not someone who commits myself.
Right.
This may almost sound like me too humble, but I don't think I have it in me. I don't think I have it in me, and I think people close to me. I think when you're in a relationship, you both deserve so much.
Yeah.
You know, you both deserve so much. So what I do is I say, Yendi, I like you, but I don't know why I like you. I don't know if it's because I want to marry you why I like you. I don't know if it's because I just want us to have a nice time why I like you. I just see you. And I like you. Make us see where that go.
Right.
But I'm not going to, and I've never done it. I've never seen anybody in my life and say, no man, you are the person that I am going to spend the rest of my life. Because I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. And sometimes I wonder if that's what I even want.
Right.
You know?
And that's a very honest thing to say, because some people feel the pressure of society to say, well, this is what it must look like, because we're raised to believe that this is what it must look like.
Yeah.
But I think it's very honest to say, I don't think that's what I want.
My very good friend Simon Crosskill told me many years ago that I'm going to end up by myself. And one day I was thinking about it. I'm not certain if it would be the worst thing to ever happen
In
to
the
me,
world. Yeah.
to be honest. I'm not certain what by myself means.
Right. Because you can be by yourself and not lonely.
That's my point. That's my point.
And you can be in company
Yeah,
and
that's
be
my
lonely.
point. So when I say
So-
by myself, I don't want to be in some dark room, me one on a TV, and me can't see nobody.
Sounds like a horror movie.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily think outside of the Heavenly Father that I need
Right.
anybody. I think I am getting older. People still don't believe my age, but
Well, we do know that you lie, because it's actually impossible.
no man, people don't believe
We
my
all
age.
want the birth paper. Where is
Well,
the
I'll only say
certificate?
this. My first grandchild plays professional basketball. My first grandchild plays professional basketball. And my
So you had children at 5? That's what
my
you're telling
first
us?
grandchild was born in 1995. My first grandchild.
Yeah.
My last child was born 1979. So I am 68. November 2020, I'll be 68 years old.
Fantastic.
But, and some people think I don't look it, and everybody says what you do. And I've always said is what I don't do.
Right.
I don't drink anything with alcohol, I don't smoke, I don't eat meat. For the most part, I don't really party.
Yeah.
But I don't party not because I want maga. I don't party because I get up 3 o'clock every single morning. You know?
You believe in treating your body well.
Yeah, plus I have a responsibility. There is no way I can come on national television in the morning and say, man, Smile Jamaica, boy, I'm bleached last time, tired. I have a responsibility to my employers,
Right.
and I have a responsibility to the viewers, that I must come and ready to work.
But you know what's going to be really great is in 2022, at the next World Cup, and you're 70 years old, or on the brink of 70, and you can say, I've culminated my career with my optimal experience. It has been my dream and my desire. I could taste it for years. And this was a great peak
Commentary.
in my journey.
But at 70, I'm just say, here comes Bell, and Bell just passed the ball, because I'm tired, me at 70. And everybody else say, where the body I go back? Eh?
Nah.
I skated in the man left. No, it's a dream
I
of
think it was
mine.
more we will look on and be like, damn,
No, but
no
it's-
matter
it's-
where you reach in life, you can still be in pursuit
No, it's a dream of
that
mine,
thing.
but I easily accept what I cannot change. So I don't freak out over things.
Oh, another word.
No,
Yeah.
I don't freak out over things.
Do you pray
So-
that prayer, God grant me serenity?
I don't, but I just understand.
Right.
I just understand. I spend my time on, it's like football. I mean, I don't complain.
Right.
If were I to speak like the other coaches, I remember there was a school last year that said they lose 17 players and them rebuilding. We lost 17 players and they make us favourites. You know, the last 4 or 5 games, just 4 of my ball of them couldn't even change.
Right.
I don't say a word, because everybody have problems.
Right.
So I had my problem at the end of the season, maybe the next team will have it at the start of the season, and that caused them not to get to where I was.
Right.
So I don't complain. And as I tell the kids, I don't ever worry about who not here. So a man come and say, Coach, Richard no there, I know what we are doing. I say, well, play Tony, because Richard no there, we can't play, me no there.
Right.
And I move on. So yeah, you get hurt and we lose games, and again, I'm not perfect, so you lose games, you get annoyed, and to the point sometimes you might whisper to a little man and say, boy, if you did this one, so that wouldn't happen. But you move on. I mean,
Right.
I think, well, I know there's no coach in the country that has won more Manning Cup titles than me. Miguel Coley won 5 straight.
Right.
I won 5. But it's 22 years I coach.
Right.
So it's 17 years I don't win Manning Cup.
Right.
So you lose more than you win, you know. So as much as 5 is amazing, you know, it's the same story I tell about the kids. One of the greatest things for me as a coach is that I went back to St. George's College in 2007, and we have had close to 70, and some people think even more, 70 student athletes that got full scholarships.
Wow.
And you say, wow, I went and tell the story again. Since I went back to St. George's College in 2007, there's about 215 student athletes that never got a scholarship.
Right. Right.
You understand?
The ratios, the
Of course,
probabilities.
something's relative. You know what I mean? So 70 is amazing, but it's still about 200 who never get it.
Right.
And of that 200, maybe it's 2 or 3 who have families that can afford tertiary studies.
Education, yeah.
So the rest of them never go to university.
Right.
So as much as I punch you and say, yes, man, and Kemal get a scholarship, and I say, yes, man, and Jimmy get a scholarship, and I say, yes, man. And I say, boy, Robert never get one, and Neville never get one, and Tony never get one. And then sooner or later, them really and truly just fall by the wayside. That still bothers me.
Right.
That still bothers me, you know. And one of the greatest things for me is to see that. Well, a baller who get pure trouble at school, got a scholarship to a junior college, left the junior college, went to a full university in the United States, and I went Smile Jamaica one morning, and my phone vibrates and I look and he sends me a picture in full graduation garb, and him say, Coach, I made it. Well, I show it on TV and I start crying. I show it on TV. I said, yeah, I want to win, and I want to win everything, and I want to win every year. But when that happened to me, no, sir, me win, man. Me win, because 99% of the youngsters who I coach cannot afford further education if they don't get a scholarship. So that's where that's what I would want my legacy to be. Yeah, I'm a coach and you're coach, I'm a football coach, so if you don't win, them not rate you. But I just want them to say, boy, they love them future. He really and truly wanted to see these kids get the best opportunities in life. When I say the prayer for my game, which is different from my training, part of the prayer, I start by thanking God for the day, for the life, and most importantly, for this absolutely amazing opportunity you have given us to showcase our talent. And I tell the kids, say, boy, if you go out there and you fool wrong, me is God now, me just bore a little hole so and just pull out the talent and give somebody else. Because you have almost a responsibility.
When you're blessed with a gift
like that. Of course.
Yeah.
You know, so to just go out there and just think, no, me don't play that. Me don't play that. You get 2 strong legs and you can run and you have quality. You must put in everything. Yeah, it's not going to work all the time. We're going to lose sometimes. You know, you can win all the time. But we're going to lose sometimes.
But not for the sake of you not trying.
Thank you. Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
I remember years ago on Smile, we were in a commercial break. No, we weren't in a commercial break. The band was playing. It was a Wednesday and we threw to the band. And there was a football on set. And we were playing keep up on the side with the football. And as a complete fluke, I remember I go for get the ball and it flicked over my shoulder and land perfectly in front of you. It's still one of my favorite things to watch. I watch that and laugh all the time because the way you reacted to it was almost like a rock stone. It was a fluke. But I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you to a little game of keep up because you know I actually suck at this. And I want to actually see if I can beat you in keep up because mediocrity is not my standard either.
I doubt it.
Yeah?
I doubt it.
Well, it's on.
The only thing I do at training is keep up the ball.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, keep up this.
And none of them can keep up like me.
Yeah? Well, watch this. You ever get flop on camera?
Do you know that when I was 9 years old,
yes,
my brother played for Jamaica? Actually, we should be in the Guinness Book of Records, you know. And I'm being very serious.
How many bells have represented?
6 of us played for the country.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if any country in the world can say 6 boys from
Siblings.
the same father
Yes.
played football for the country. So maybe some of us didn't play senior football. I played junior football.
Right.
But when my brother played for the national team, and I was about 9 or 10, he brought his friends to bet them that I was going to keep up a tennis ball 500 times.
A tennis ball?
500 times.
And then what happened?
Me just stop after 500.
Actually, I changed my mind. I think we should change
At
the
St.
challenge.
George's College, one day, I juggled the ball. This is very true. 1,200 times. Gregory Messam was there, and I said, Gregory's like my nephew. So the boys come and say, I tell them, I say, Coach, you too lie. And I say, I ask Gregory. And I say, Coach, Gregory, I have family, so Gregory, all lie too. So I say, give him back the ball. And I do it again. And then I just get tired, and I couldn't go no more.
No, man, remember, say, you have big things. Here, hold on. Oh, were you
Let me
passing
pass
it to
it
me?
to you.
Oh, I thought we were coming.
All right, so
okay, how much was that?
40-17.
No, man, that was 3.
All right, go.
All right, first of all, I just need to get it up. Because that was a really, maybe I need the heels back.
No, you're going flat.
All right.
Go.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, man, that is wonderful.
Just kidding.
Look like it'll make the reggae girls.
Oh, damn it.
This is what you do.
Oh, teach me.
That's all you do.
But,
That's all you do.
oh. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much. My name is David Beckman.
No, you have to come out of this. No, really, how you do it though? Hold on.
Yeah, like that. But you're going to mash up everything here. Will you stop?
Okay, ready? Oh, sugar mugo.
Pull it and get your foot and flick it up.
All right. Pull it
Yeah.
and get your foot and flick it up.
Yes, ma'am. That way. Ball gone. Sit down, please.
Thank you.
Worst ball in life.